The family wishes to thank all here today gathered to remember and honor the memory of Vera Coles Minor. We would especially like to thank and recognize those who supported and comforted her in her final days, including her church members, Mr. Blair, Betty Turner, and especially the two family members, Glenna Martin James and Bernice Hutchins. Vera was born into a family of beautiful women. Her mother, Dora, her sisters, Louise and Alice, were considered beauties of their time and great catches for the boys. They were living uptown above 125th Street, so that placed them as part of New York's black bourgeoisie. These girls were raised strictly in meeting the requirements of their church and their home. But as most bland families, but looking at most bland-looking households, there was an edge of mystery and excitement. Besides being an in-home registered nurse, Dora, and a great church person, great Episcopalian, Dora was also a spiritualist and held seance in her front parlor on many occasions. Vera recalled having to entertain her friends and beaux in the kitchen because the darkened front room had the seance going on. However, Dora's practice brought celebs and lofty folk into the home, one of them being Madame Avanti. This association brought about a love of the arts by the family. And actually, Louise, Gina's mother, became an accomplished violinist. Dora was also a gadabout, taking the girls to Atlantic City, Philadelphia, and Baltimore. And it was in Baltimore that a relationship was forged between Vera and Zelma. Zelma, my mother, was soft, vulnerable, naive, and intelligent. Vera was New York tough, self-protective, pragmatic, and intelligent. It was their intelligence that was the common bond. Zelma had ambitions to be a nurse and was one of the first black nurses to be accepted to study at Lincoln Hospital in New York. Vera wanted business administration, and her work at the Pentagon and the U.S. Post Office and her work with the Postal Union allowed her to be employed in the capacity she dreamed of. Early on, the cousins were waitresses and barmaids, earning quick money to meet their career goals. Talk about having someone's back. Vera went to her grave with secrets she promised her cousin Zelma that she would never tell. Actually, we are grateful for Vera's stoic nature. It gave our kind of loosey-goosey family some backbone and depth. Vera loved her church. She gave generously and served on the altar guild. She read her foreword daily. I read recently that some people in Baltimore came together to talk about death. I think this is a good thing. Of course, at 86, it makes sense to me. Vera appeared to me that she had joined some sort of similar group because she seemed to have control and planning on her death, and her death seemed to be under her control. Her alertness and intelligence kept her alive when she was quite ill. And this was according to my stepbrother, Dr. Ralph Fenderson, Zelma's son. As she masterminded and planned her death, it seemed to me that she wanted to be at home, and that's where she was. This occasion is bringing all the persons that she loved and cared about together as she planned. Her commitment to her family was strong and life-consuming. This plan for us to be together allows us to speak together. So after I call her name, we will all say together, "A life well lived." Now, Vera was very intelligent. I don't know about all of you, but the words are "a life well lived." Vera Hughes Coles Bynum.
A life well lived.
Thank you. And thank you, Coretta, for this